And now give the floor to the representative of Algeria.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Algeria aligns itself with the statement made yesterday by Cuba on behalf of G77 and China, and by Tunisia on behalf of the African Group. Madam Chair, we cannot overemphasize the need to accelerate the implementation of the 2030 Agenda and its SDGs, as the review we had this year is unfortunately alarming. This year was marked by high-level events such as the SDG Summit, the high-level dialogue on FFT, and the Climate Ambition Summit that presented a great opportunity to assess the achievement we were able to realize and the gaps and challenges we still have to face to meet the aspirations of our people. Algeria believes that it is critical to act immediately, collectively, and consistently to redirect the path towards the targets we all agreed on in 2015. We need to promote international partnership and to reach SDGs. In this regard, allow me to put a special emphasis on the following. First, it is urgent to focus our efforts on ending poverty in all its forms and dimensions, developing education and capacity building, ensuring access to quality health care, empowering women and girls, and protecting our environment, taking into account the CBDR principle. Two, it is crucial to reduce the SDG financing gap and to provide predictable, sustainable, and sufficient development finance to developing countries. It is also important to promote investments to build sustainable economies. In this regard, the international financial architecture and the IFI and MDB's reforms are critical to better address global challenges. Also, it is important to refrain from promulgating and applying any unilateral economic, financial, or trade measures not in accordance with international law and the UN Charter. Three, we need to intensify efforts to strengthen data and statistical capacities in developing countries and to strengthen our efforts to collect, analyze, and disseminate relevant, reliable, and disaggregated data. Fourth, we support the SDG stimulus plan and the UN Secretary General, which constitute a practical framework for confronting the challenges and accelerating the pace of implementation of the SDGs. Madam Chair, since the adoption of the 2030 Agenda, Algeria committed itself to embodying its goals by including them as a national priority in all strategies, programs, and plans. In this regard, Algeria adopted, among other initiatives, an urgent development program that was implemented in areas that need special assistance through a participatory approach in which local authorities and representatives and civil society were involved. The first phase of this program was completed in 2022 and benefited about 7 million people with a national funding that reached $3.5 billion, financing over 36,000 projects in different aspects such as providing clean water and sanitation, connection to electricity networks, provision of health services, educational institutions, and transportation. Algeria is now at the second phase of that will benefit all regions of the country through the development of renewable energies, environmental protection, disaster risk prevention, digitalization, and combating corruption. Algeria will also continue its effort to enhance regional solidarity mechanisms in the framework of the African Union Agenda 2063, especially with regard to structural projects such as the Trans-Saharan Road and fiber optic cable projects and the gas pipeline linking Algeria and Nigeria. Algeria also allocated $1 billion to finance development projects in African countries. Madam Chair, in conclusion, Algeria reaffirms its commitment to implement the 2030 Agenda and its SDGs and calls on the international community to urgently address the different gaps and challenges so that the pledge to leave no one behind won't be a pious hope. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Algeria.